I am Jeanne Marie Paynel, and I've been called your parenting mentor just because that's what I love to do, is to share with you very simple, no nonsense strategies and support so that you can parent with ease and you can enjoy this beautiful journey that is parenting. So I am here today to really share with you some thoughts around this, what I've been hearing people dreading, kind of the whole festive meals that are, in the air these days with the holidays upon us. So those of you in the US, we are preparing for Thanksgiving this week. Thursday will be Thanksgiving, and this is one of the biggest kind of traditional big family gatherings that happen here. And that can be a little disconcerting, or if we have little ones that don't yet have habits of staying at the dinner table and such, and if that's something that we already struggle in our own homes, then to go to Auntie Jane or Grandma and Grandpa's, or even at home if we're receiving guests, it cannot be. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. She says she cannot hear. Maybe it is her volume. But yes, the replay will be here and such. So my apologies for that not working. Beatrice tells me that she can hear me, so I will just keep on going. So anyways, I was saying that wherever you are in the world, this is a time in most of our cultures and society where we are celebrating, whether it is Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Thanksgiving, the winter solstice, all of that. This is a time when we are in this celebratory mode where we are contemplating what has happened during this past year. Then there will be New Year's and all of that. And those are times when, as adults, we want to engage in some of these social things. At least most of us do. I know for me, sometimes my little introvert personality comes out and I don't really want to. I know New Year's Eve, I tend to just stay home because I like to welcome the New Year's with a bubble bath and going to bed early. So I'm kind of silly that way, but we do what we need to do. And but so going back to the meal with the children, I just want you to to be mindful about that. And I will have I'll drop in a PDF too at the end on kind of some activities and chores that are age appropriate that you can really engage your children with this time of year as well, because I think that is where it's really important for our children to feel that they are a part of all of these celebrations, because that is where sometimes the disconnect can be, is we are so much into our own heads and oh my gosh, what do we need to do and prepare and such, and we tend to not involve our little ones. So that would be one of my first really important tip, is to make sure that oh, good, okay, so Carol can hear me now. Perfect. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. And for those watching the replay, just put in replay, and if any of you have any questions, please let me know as well. So one of my first tip was really to be mindful in how you can involve your children in these traditions of the year, right? These are opportunities for you as the parent, as the caregiver, to create the celebrations that you want. This is your opportunity to make this time of year the time of how you want it. Do not let societal pressures or social media or all of that to dictate how you want to feel, how you want to really experience this and how you want to experience it with your children. So that would be my first thing, is really get in tune with how you want to feel, how you want this to be. What are these traditions that you are creating with your children? And that is, to me, the most important, because this is your family. You get to experience this. So if there is any chance that any of this is stressing you out, or you don't really want to engage in everything, it's okay. Like, be okay with that you do not have to, let people dictate what you need to do this time of year. I do want you to enjoy this time of year. So that is really important, to just get in tune with what you want these traditions to be, because these are going to be repetitive, and that is the beauty of tradition, is that we get to build on it. And with young children, we get to create and kind of, create from scratch what we want it to be. So get in tune with what made you feel good as a child, what you want to repeat, and be in tune with what you didn't like, so that you are conscientious and mindful of kind of staying away from that and being really in tune with what are your needs. And I know that might sound a little, selfish, and what does that have to do with, enjoying the holiday meals with our children? But I think that's where it all starts, is really about, if you are at peace with what you are about to engage with, then your children will feel that and will be there with you. So that is really the first step, is really tuning in. How do I want to feel? How do I want this holiday season to feel, and so forth. Just a personal anecdote, I'm remembering that when my children were small, so we live in the US, but our family is all in France. We moved here 21 years ago. And when our children were small, it was our way of celebrating. We would actually take a trip, and we would actually go further south into even warmer weather than we have here in San Diego. And it was super enjoyable, because that was what we wanted to do at the time. So just the four of us would take off. There were, we had just decided that was what we want. We had amazing trips in different parts of the world, and when the children were young. And so that's what I say, is just really check in with yourself and know how you want these to feel. Since my children gotten a little older, they wanted a Christmas tree at home and all of that. So now we stay home, we have the Christmas tree, and we do that, and it's very calm and simple and such. So again, I will say it one more time, you get to choose how you want this holiday season to be. And so some tips for when you are going to either have a lot of guests at home, or you're going to someone's home for, whether it's the Thanksgiving feast, or it's Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, all of these celebrations that are upon us. Be vigilant to really give fair warning to your little ones. This is the best way that we can really prepare them. And it's really about just a lovely reminder, but in storytelling, in just saying, oh, we've been invited to Uncle, Joey's home, and there's going to be this people and this people, and sometimes we have to. So yes, so my second point, and as I said, I will be putting a little PDF that I created for you about just the holiday meal times and some of the chores and activities that are appropriate for children at this age. And I will put that also on the replay page that I will be sending out to you. And this also, I'll be going in a lot more depth about this in my free virtual masterclass next, not next week, but the following one on December 12th. I've created a free virtual masterclass for you that is entitled How to Really, where is the name? Oh, sorry. It will be the 3 essential ingredients for a stress-free holiday with young children. So that will be December 12th. I will put the link in there. It's going to be voilamontessori.com/stressfree2019. So that's /stressfree2019. voilamontessori.com/stressfree2019. The page is not completely live, but as soon as it is, I will share it here, and you can check it out later today or tomorrow, and hopefully everything will be working there. I had some little issues on it. So anyways, just to go back to our children and such, the important thing is to give them fair warning. These moments of the year, the celebration and everything, are a little different than our, day to day. There's going to be new people. There's going to be people that are going to want to hug them and talk to them and so forth. So we need to give them fair warning so that they are prepared, but not in a, oh, be careful, or in a, in a kind of in a stressful or scary way, but just about storytelling. And that's why I say sometimes it's good to tell stories of your own childhood and of your own memories, so that you can really weave that into preparing them. And this will really give them a sense of, oh, I know what to expect, and it's a little less stressful for them when they know what to expect. And also in that vein is to really let them know what you expect of them as well, that there are going to be times when things might be a little different than they are at home. And, this is how is a good way to act and such. And sometimes I even encourage you to do some role play at home. Just have fun with, pretending and just so that you have those expectations. And the other thing is to really establish maybe a little nonverbal communication between you and your child, so that if they're feeling uncomfortable or they really don't want to be, sitting where they are and they want to move along and, go play somewhere, that you have kind of a cue so that you can understand each other and it doesn't, go into any sort of meltdown or anything like that. So that's always a really good way to help them, is to really, first is to check in with yourself how you want these holidays to be. Secondly is to really prepare them and give them fair warning through storytelling, through, what is expected of them and such. And then thirdly is to kind of have a cue that you can communicate with them if something were to come up. So that would be really the 2 main points. And then the third point is what I was starting with at the beginning, is really about involving them, in preparing and decorating, in cooking, all of that. This is part of the festivities. This is part of the joy, is that we get to have that significance and belonging by participating. And so this is really important. And that's what that PDF that I've will put in the comments is all about, is just to give you some ideas of some appropriate, activities that they can be doing with you. But there's so much that they can be doing. So it's about you, knowing what you need to get done and just giving them a small piece of the puzzle of, whether it's mixing, whether it's going and fetching things, whether it's washing some vegetables or just mashing things. But this is such a joyous time to, be creating these lifelong memories with your little ones, and to really be enjoying all of these meals and in festive activities that are part of our culture this time of year. So I hope that this was helpful. As I said, I will go into a lot more length about all of the different tips for you in my free virtual masterclass that will be starting December 12th. There will be different dates, 4 different dates that you can choose from. The first one is December 12th, and you can reserve your seat at voilamontessori.com/stressfree 2019. That's all one word, voilamontessori.com/stressfree 2019, and that is for my masterclass of the 3 essential ingredients for a stress-free holiday with young children. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the replay what are some of your questions. Look out for the links that I will be posting below. And before I forget, tomorrow actually I have a special solo episode on my podcast, The Art of Parenting. If you haven't checked that out, please do. The Art of Parenting is my new podcast, and I did a whole episode on mealtime with children, and this was more of a general mealtime, just daily mealtime, but I think that will also be helpful. But that comes out tomorrow. It's episode 15, all around mealtime on the podcast, The Art of Parenting. So that is it for me today. Please let me know if you have any questions, and look out for all those links that I will be posting in the comments shortly. Alrighty, bye-bye for now.